to my dark coloring channel. This tutorial is going to be about swatching and why I think it is an important task to do. How to go about swatching your pencils, markers, glitter pens, or whatever supplies you use in your dark coloring books. I also will swatch a new popular brand of colored pencils called Artezas. These pencils are very popular among colorists because of their price and because the way they perform, with them being a budget set of pencils. Remember that it is important that if you like this kind of tutorial, please give it a thumbs up so that I know what kind of videos you guys want to see in the near future. If you want to see more adult coloring tutorials like this, please subscribe to my channel. Subscribing really helps in supporting my channel. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you will be notified when I upload more adult coloring videos. So now let's have some fun and get into this tutorial. First, let's talk a little bit about swatching and what is swatching in the adult coloring world. Well, some people may not know what it is. So, what's the definition? Well, swatching is a small sample of something intended to demonstrate the look of a larger piece. For example, in the coloring world, it would be called a color swatch, an example of how a pencil color would look on paper. I feel swatching is important because of three great reasons. The first reason is that it gives you a glimpse of the true color of that pencil or marker without just going by the color on the barrel. Most pencils with the color on the barrel is different from the color of the lead. And when you lay it down, you will notice that it's not that similar from the color of the barrel. It's a little similar, but not spot on. And you kind of want a spot on glimpse of what the color is before you lay it down. The second reason is it also helps you keep like a diary of your pencil sets. And if you have multiple sets like I do, you can compare pencil colors when deciding what set is best for whatever coloring project you work on. So I have a number of pencil sets, and I like to have like a diary of them because I can compare each set against each other by just looking in my swatch book. And some sets might be great for a certain coloring page and some sets might not be great for a certain coloring page. So with me having that diary, I can actually look at my pencils at a close glimpse of them and decide which set I want to use for whatever coloring piece for whatever reason. The third great reason I think swatching is important is because it helps you stay focused on coloring rather than searching for colors, which helps you enjoy the coloring process more. When you're searching for colors while you're coloring, it kind of slows down the process and you can get a little frustrated. I used to get a little frustrated because I would spend just an hour going through my pencils and trying to figure out what color I'm going to use for this page, or looking for a specific color for the page that I'm coloring. Say for instance, like I'm coloring grass, so I'm looking for specific greens. And in my coloring set, there's like 20 greens. So I don't want to go through each green pencil to find the green that I'm looking for. If I already have it in a swatch book, I can just go to my swatch book, look for that coloring set, find all the greens and compare the greens and say, this is the one I want. This is the green I want right here. Instead of marking on a scrap sheet of paper each green. Each 20 is 20 greens, so marking 20 markings on my paper of green. It's a much faster process and you get to enjoy coloring more and just coloring and relaxing, because coloring is supposed to be something that is relaxing and stress relief. So you want to take the tension out of it, out of the process as much as you can. And that's what a swatch book does for me. And that's why I recommend most colorists and all colorists prepare you a swatch book. I'm telling you, it makes things so much easier. And you'll understand what I'm saying as I go along. Now, everyone sets up their swatch book differently, but I will show you guys how I did mine and what works for me. You can set yours up however you like. I just want to give you guys an example of a swatch book and hope you get what you need out of it. Some ideas on how to and get some ideas on how to start your own swatch book. So let's take a look at my swatch book and I'll explain to you how I put it together and how I use it. Okay. And also what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to swatch a set of pencils on camera, and the set of pencils that I'm going to swatch are the Artesa pencils. These pencils are very nice budget pencils, and this is one of the Artesa pencils right here. And these pencils are compared to the Prismacolor pencils, and the Prismacolor pencils look something like this. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my Prismacolors. These were the first set of pencils I bought, and I tell you guys that all the time. I've said that in multiple videos. These are the first pencils I bought. I love them. We'll never get rid of them. Nothing can replace them. But there are some people who cannot afford high grade pencils, or artist grade pencils is what I want to call them. And these are more of artist grade pencils. And when you're trying to color, you still want to get that artist grade look. You just don't want to spend that type of money. So when I bought my Prismacolor pencils, they were pretty expensive. They were $189. So almost $200 for a set of pencils, 150 set. Don't get me wrong, they were worth every little bit of it to me. And I love them. But now that pencils and coloring is becoming popular, more companies are coming out with sets that people can afford. And one of those sets is the Artezas. The Artezas is compared to the Prismacolors because they're also wax-based pencils, and the Prismacolors are wax-based pencils. And supposedly these pencils are supposed to lay down really nicely. Now, I'm not doing a review on the Artezas today. I'm actually just talking about my swatch book. But these are the pencils that I'm going to use to swatch on camera to show you guys how to swatch. So I did want to give you a little background on the Artesa pencils so you know exactly what I'm using. And I checked on Amazon today just to see how much these pencils cost right now. And right now on Amazon, for the 120 set, they're $50.99. So that's not bad for pencils. When I bought these Artesa pencils, I'm going to tell you that they were cheaper. So if you want to wait till they go down, I suggest you can wait till they go down. They probably won't go down any more than about $10 more, because I bought them for around $40. So they go up and down, up and down. You just have to watch the prices. Right now, the Prismacolors on Amazon, it's 150 set for $124. That is pretty neat because, like I said, I bought my pencils for $180. So that was around 7 years ago. So the price has come down significantly with the with adult coloring becoming more popular among colorists. So that is what we're going to swatch today. We're going to swatch the Artesa pencils, and we're going to see what the color ray looks like and how they compare to the Prismas a little bit. I'm not going to really do a blending test or any of that. I'll do that in a later video, but I just want to show you guys how I swatch. So let's get into this swatching. So this is my swatch book, and this is just a book that I found. So you can just find you a book that you like, and I like the book because it had pencils on it. So hey, you know, that goes with what I'm doing here. So I bought this book in Port Townsend when me and my husband went to Port Townsend last summer, I think it was, to celebrate our anniversary. And I went into one of these little art shops, and this book just spoke to me. When I saw the pencils on it, I was like, yes. And the first thing I thought was Swatch Book. Yes, that would be a great swatch book because it was empty inside. It doesn't have any lines in the inside, and I can make it my own. And that's what you want to do when you make a swatch book. You want to make it your own and make it fit your needs. And you want it to fit the needs of the 3 reasons why I chose making a swatch book. Making your coloring easy, having a library, and just making coloring more fun. And so, as you can see on the side of my swatch book, I have tabs where each pencil that I have in here is tabbed so I know which ones is which. And I'll actually zoom in a little bit closer so you guys can see. So I zoomed in just a little bit, and I want to zoom in just a little bit more. So if you can see these on the tabs, it says the name of the pencils. For instance, this one right here, I think you can see says Luminance. And those are my Luminance pencils. Right here is my Polychromos pencils. And so basically what I did was I started out by not really knowing exactly how I wanted to do this swatch book. And so in the beginning, it turned out a little messy, but it's my own swatch book, so it's for me. And to me, it you know, I didn't know exactly how I wanted to set it up. So the lines are kind of big and bulky at the beginning. But as I went on, I perfected how I wanted my swatch book to look. And the first page is the Cardenci Neocolor pastels. And I started off by putting the color, the pencil name of the pencil, which is the color of the pencil, and the number, the manufacturing number of the pencil. And these pencils are kind of like watercolors, so I wanted to get a glimpse of how they look dry and how they look wet. And I just went down and did each color that way. And then as I went along, as you can see, as I went along, like the Durant Intense, I did a dry and then a wet. But I didn't like the way that it was looking so far. So I kind of changed it up on how I did it. And these are my Faber-Castell Polychromos. And now it looks a little bit neater, and it's changed the way that I was doing it. I still wrote the name of the pencil down and the manufacturing number, but I also added my own number in. And the reason I added my own number and why you'll see a sticker with numbers by it is because when I was coloring, I would have my pencils in a case. And as I'm coloring, I'm taking the pencils out of the case. So when I'm done coloring, I have to put the pencils back. Well, to put the pencils back took forever because I wanted them to be back in order. I have put everything in order in family color order in my book. So when I say family color order, what I mean is they're yellows first, then the oranges, then the reds, then the burgundies, then we go on to the purples and things like that. So they're in color order also in my case, in the same order. But putting them back, it's hard to do that when you're just looking at pencils. You're just like, okay, so it takes forever trying to find the light yellow and to see which or where it goes. So what I decided to do was add numbers to my pencils. And so I just added numbers to my pencils starting from 1 to how many ever is in the set. 120 is in the set. So from 1 to 120, I put on the pencils from Color Family. And now when I put my pencils back, all I have to do is look and see, oh, it's number 2 on the pencil. So for example, I have it on my Prismacolor pencils. This is number 106, and I'll go to my Prismacolor pencils. So just so we can see an example of that. And my Prismacolors are right here. And so this is pencil 106. This is my number, not the manufacturing number. And pencil 106, if I look for pencil 106, it is right here. And it's kelp green. And this is kelp green 106. And so I know to put this in the number 106 spot in my case. So now it's so much easier to put my pencils away and keep my pencils organized by having a number system. And so that's why I added a number system. A lot of colorists do this because we just want to make things so much easier when we're coloring. We don't want to worry about how to put the colors back or anything like that. And what I found myself doing when I didn't have a number system was I didn't want to put the colors back. I would just leave pencils around, and I would have a bunch of set here, a bunch of set there, and it would take me forever to put the pencils back. And then that way you lose pencils. You not keeping track of your pencils, and you start losing colors because you're not keeping track of them and you're not putting them back in the case that they go in. So basically, this is how I set up my swatch book, and that's how my swatch book came to life. So my swatch book does not only contain pencils and pastels, it also contains markers and gel pens. I wanted a library of everything that I had, so when I color, I don't have to say, for instance, I want to color and I am looking for a red, and I want a dark red. So I go to the reds and I find a red and I say, okay, I like this red right here, for instance. So I go to my case and get number 26, which is Crimson Lake. And now I can color with Crimson Lake. And I can also choose a color that I think goes with Crimson Lake. And I think an orange might go with Crimson Lake. So I'll pull this orange here. And then I'll pull a yellow because I think that might go with it. And so now I have a combo going on. And you see how easier that is than going through your pencils and marking each one down on a piece of scrap sheet of paper to see what they look like when they already have a library here of everything and how it looks. So that's the reason for a swatch book. And that's why I wanted to share this with you guys, because you can keep yourself organized and you can get more enjoyfulness coloring out of your pencils and out of your materials, because you're not thinking about, oh gosh, what color am I going to use? And oh my gosh, I have to look through all the pencils to find a color. No, you don't have to do that anymore. Now everything is here. And now it takes you minutes just to get that color and go ahead and color. And now you're enjoying coloring more. So like I said, I have markers in here too. Let me go to a marker set. For instance, I have the Ohuhu markers in here. And it's the 40 set of Ohuhu markers. And I haven't added my number system to this one yet. The ones in the back I haven't even gotten to yet because it's a little time consuming, but it is so worth it. So worth it. I'm telling you, like, my coloring I've colored, like, usually it takes me months to color just because of the process of getting colors out. And now I'm like getting coloring pages out within a week. Just, now I'm getting a lot more coloring done. So I put my markers in here. I also have my gel pens in here. And this is my gel pen set. As you can see, this kind of glittery. Some of them are glittery, if you can see that. So it looks so pretty. If I'm looking for a gel pen, I'm like, oh, I want something glittery and gold. And here's a great glittery gold one that I can go ahead and find in my library of gel pens. And that is the reason for a swatch book. So what I'm going to do next is show you how I actually swatch. I'm going to swatch the Artezas, and I have a spot in here already for the Artezas. As you can see, I've marked it, and I have a spot in here. I haven't put the tab on the side yet for my Artezas, so that's why I marked it. And I'm just going to go to that page. And I've already written down everything, that all of the pencil names and numbers. So now all I have to do is go in and put the colors in. And I'm going to do a few of those in real time on camera. And then I'm going to speed it up. And then we're going to see what everything looks like and compare everything in the end and wrap it up. Another thing that I actually added in my swatch book was for combos. When I talked about combos and you make color combos, you just kind of choose some colors that you want to use on a picture or something. And in my Prismacolor pages, which let me find the Prismacolor pages, I also, not only did I swatch out the 150 pencils, but I started to make combo swatches for combos. So if I'm looking, this is my Prismacolors, and if I'm looking for a combo for blues, for instance, I have a combo sitting here for blues. And let me zoom in just a little bit so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So for instance, I have a combo for blues here, and I have 3 different pencil names. One is China Blue. The next one is True Blue. I don't know if you can see that. Do I need to zoom in some more so you can see it? Okay, so the next one is True Blue. Then the next one is Blue Lake. And it's 3 different blues, and then the number of the pencils. So when I'm looking for a blue combo, I already have it here. I don't have to sit and put the pencils on a scrap sheet of paper to see if these colors go great together. I kind of already have some combos. Now this doesn't include every last pencil in the set. This is just some combos that I came up with, and some combos that I thought were pretty together. So I also have added that in my swatch book. So it also makes it easier for when I'm coloring and a faster process. For instance, if I'm looking for something purple, I have a purple combo here. And I'm like, yeah, I really like that purple combo. I think I'll use that one in this picture that I'm using today. Or a different combo, or orange one. And I'm going to do that with all of my pencil sets. And hopefully what I want to do is share my combos with you guys. And I'm going to upload some combos and free swatch sheets for you guys to be able to download and use for your pencil sets. So you don't have to come up with your own combos. If you don't, I can get you started with combos that I already have. And that's going to be a free upload on my Facebook group, Colorful Tamiko, for everyone who's in my Facebook group. Combo, a combo upload. So now let's get into the swatching of the Artezas now that I've shown you my combos, color combos. So I have to get my pencils, and this is my Arteza pencils. And I also like to put on my case the name of the pencils so I know exactly which pencils are in what case. And I know some of you might be like, wow, you're so organized, but I was not organized at first. I just started organizing things when I started my channel. I wanted to get more organized because I wanted to color more, and I wanted it to be a much easier process. But these are the Artezas that I'm talking about, the budget pencils, and they are a nice color array of pencils. Don't know if you guys can see those, but they're very nice. Just get my camera straight. And we open up the other side. Let me zoom out so maybe you can see better. There. So this is the blue. So it's 120 in the set, and like I said, they're wax-based pencils, and they're supposed to be compared to the Prismacolor. So if you're looking for some great pencils and you don't want to spend a lot of money like the Prismacolor costs, I would suggest the Arteza pencils. Now, if you can afford those Prismacolor pencils, I would never suggest getting a different pencil over Prismacolor. I love Prismacolor, and they're great, and they're artist grade pencils. These are not artist grade pencils, but they give you some of the same look. And I'll be coloring with these just to compare how they look and how everything looks. But we're going to start swatching, and I'm going to start with the yellow over here. And so now I'm going to zoom back in so you guys can see me swatch. So the first color that we have to swatch is the Jasmine Yellow, and I already have everything written down, and I'm going to do a few on camera in regular speed, and then I'm going to speed it up so you guys can see it sped up. So the first one is, I don't know why I have cream here. So let's do cream first since I have cream in my hand. And you just basically, you want to lay down a sample of what that color looks like so that you have a sample. I think I made a mistake and put this one out of order. This first one, the cream should go before yellow, but somehow I wrote it wrong. And that's how the cream looks. This is the Jasmine Yellow. And so we have the Jasmine Yellow right here. And it is really smooth. They are really creamy. I can say that they feel creamy like the Prismacolor ones. They do. And as you can see, they're doing a lot of, the Prismacolor has a lot of wax bloom, and you're getting a little bit of wax bloom, but that's exactly what you get with wax-based pencils. Sapphire Yellow, and we have Sapphire Yellow over here. So they're really smooth. I'm surprised at how creamy these are. And that's what I love about Prismacolors, is that they're really creamy, guys. These are really creamy, and I'm seeing a good color. Some color pencils are not. You have to like do layers and layers just to get a good deep color. But I'm not seeing that with these. These are seeming to be laying down great color right in the first layer. So this is my lemon yellow. Look at that. Look how smooth. Oh my God, they feel so smooth, guys. These are so creamy and smooth. Look how bright that yellow is. I love this. So far, so good. Where's my fluorescent yellow? Somehow I'm missing this one. I don't know what I did when I marked them down, but somehow I got out of order. I'm not putting much pressure at all, guys. I'm like going in with medium pressure here, and I'm loving the lay down of these pencils so far. Sunflower yellow. It is such a nice day outside, guys. Like, I just want to go outside and have a picnic. And that's probably what I'll do when my husband gets home from work, is go outside and ride my bike. So that sunflower yellow is really pretty. These yellows are pretty, and so these colors are laying down great, and they're intense colors. They're not like light colors. This is the pumpkin orange. Look at that. Look, first layer. Did you see that? Oh my gosh. I love how smooth they feel. It's yellow orange. Tuscan Sun. I don't know where my fluorescent yellow is. I have to find it. And like, how am I missing a pencil? And that's another thing. When you swatch your pencils, you will notice if you are missing any pencils. I bought sets of pencils before where they are missing pencils, and you don't know that until you swatch. You really don't know. I've bought in pencils where they give me a duplicate of one pencil, and I'm missing the color because they gave me a duplicate of one. So you don't realize that until, and I didn't realize it until I swatched my Prismacolor pencils, and I noticed that I was missing one pencil, which was the pumpkin orange. I had a duplicate of an orange, but was missing a pumpkin orange. It was too late. I had had my pencils for 6 years, so it was too late to get a refund. But if you swatch your pencils right away when you get them, like I do now, you will realize if there's something missing. And so that's another way to realize if there's things missing out of your pencil case, out of your pencil set, or if there's something wrong or you have a defective pencil, is by swatching them out. Another thing you want to make sure you do when you swatch out your pencils is you want to make sure you sharpen them first, because you want to get the true color of the laydown of the pencils. And I sharpened every pencil first before I started this. I sharpened every pencil, and the reason I sharpened every pencil is because there is like a clear coating on the tip of these pencils on every pencil set when you first get it from the manufacturers. And the point is not a blunt point like this. It's just a stub point. So you get that clear coat off of the tip of the pencils. And if you don't get that clear coat off the tip of the pencils, you won't see your true color of your pencils. So make sure you sharpen your pencils before you swatch them, so you can get that true color down onto your swatch book. This one is Coyote Brown. And this one is Camel Brown. But yeah, It's another way to check your pencils is by swatching them. And I'm telling you, this will make your life so much easier just swatching them. And guess what? Guess what else swatching does? It's so relaxing because it's mindless. It's almost like coloring a mandala. It's so relaxing. I love doing it. And people have said to me, like, how do you do that? I don't have time to do that. That's too tedious. And I'm like, it's not tedious. Trust me. It's very, very, very relaxing. It's weird how relaxing it is. It's just because you're just doing it, you're just laying down color on the page that you're not thinking about anything. And that's what makes it relaxing, and that's what makes coloring relaxing. So swatching is also relaxing. It's so relaxing to me. So if you're having a stressful day and you want to color, but you don't really want to think about it, swatch something. And I'm telling you, leave in the comments after you swatch it. Leave in the comments and tell me, did it relax you or not? Did it relax you guys when you did it? Because it definitely relaxes me. This is vermilion. Now we're getting into the reds. And the red is not as creamy as the yellows were. I don't know why, but they don't seem as creamy as the yellow was as we started out. But it's still a nice looking colorway. So, I mean, it still feels comfortable and it still feels like a wax pencil. But it's not as creamy as the yellow was when we first started out. Burnt orange. Now this one's creamy. So yeah, I got a new electric bike and I'm dying to ride it today. So this bike is not supposed to be like, it's just supposed to assist you with riding. It's not supposed to be like, you just ride all electric. It's just supposed to assist you, like, because where I live at is really, Washington is hilly. And so it's kind of hard to ride a bike. If you haven't ridden a bike in years, and I haven't ridden a bike since I was little. So I'm a little wobbly on it until I get my confidence back. But yeah, it's supposed to assist. I tried riding a regular bike up a hill and I could not get up that hill for nothing. So I got a present for that color is so beautiful. Like, look at those colors, guys. Look at those colors. You tell me these they're not look as good as the Prismacolor colors. And they're cheaper. And that's why I wanted to swatch them for you guys, so you guys can see what exactly they look like. But anyhow, my mom bought me an early Christmas present, she said. Well, I know it's, May? April? Almost May? But, oh my God, I was so thankful that she did that. I mean, bless her heart. She's so sweet. Thank you, Mom, if you're watching. But, yeah, I can't wait to ride it. And today is like 70 degrees outside. So I need to get outside, guys. That's so pretty. That's cinnamon. Cinnamon is really a pretty color. So eventually I'm going to bring you guys a review of the Artezas compared to the Prismacolors. I think we're going to do a blending test. See how well these blend. That'll be the ultimate test. because so far the colors are looking great, but we have to see if they blend as well as the Prismacolors, because the Prismacolors blend really good. Blood orange. So I think I'm going to do a couple more, then I'm going to speed it up for you guys. Look how good that looks. That looks really good. And I'm not putting down a lot of layers. So that's how you can tell if pencils are really good, by how many layers you can get on there. And I'll do that in a review of how many layers we actually can get out of these Artezas. So the thing with budget pencils is that you're not usually able to get a lot of layers out of them. It's just 1 or 2 layers at the most out of with budget pencils. So we'll see in a review. And if you're looking for a review of these, comment in the comments that you want to see a full review of these. Let me know. I like to do videos that you guys are interested in seeing. I think of videos to do, but I want to know what you guys are interested in seeing. So if there's something that you want me to do and make a video out of it, I will do that. All you have to do is just send me a message either on my Facebook group or in the comments of this video, and I will bring that video to you guys. That is a pretty color, Carmine Red. This one is Crimson Red. And we have a Crimson Red in the we have a Crimson Red and a Carmine Red in a Prismacolor one. So that'll be great to compare when I do a comparison video of what they look like. Okay, I think I'm going to speed up the video, guys, right here. So I'm just now noticing that the colors are not in family color order. Looks like the order that Arteza made, and I don't like that order because you shouldn't go from brown to, like here you went from brown to pink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in family color order for you guys later, and I'm going to upload a swatch sheet for you guys with them in family color order, not this order. That way they'll be in order for you guys and you guys won't have to do it But I'm just now noticing that this order is not family color order. So I'll get back to swatching them just so you guys see. I finished swatching them just so you guys can see how to swatch. But I'll change the family color order eventually and upload that to Facebook, to my Facebook coloring page, Colorful Tamiko. So I'm going to speed up the video again right now. I just want to talk about some of these grays that's in this color palette. And these grays are like grays I have never seen before. And they are really unique. Like, for instance, this storm gray here looks a little bit blue. And this one's called koala gray. This one's called elephant gray. Mushroom gray. I mean, like, wow, these colors are really unique. So if you guys get the Arteza set, it really has some unique colors in it. And for the rest of the remaining of the colors, I'm just going to do it in regular speed so that you guys can see these unique colors that's at the end. Like this one, the next one that I'm about to do is called Unicorn Purple. There's no other color in a set like this. And it kind of looks, I mean, I can't describe, it looks silver almost. It has glitter in it. It's so pretty. I don't know if you guys can see this on camera, but I'm going to put it closer to the camera so you can see it. It has a little bit of pink in it too. Like, can you guys see that color? Can you see how it has like some pink inside the gray and it's like a little sparkly? It's a little sparkly with a little pink in it. But yeah, that is, and this storm gray is just really tripping me out because it's kind of bluish. So I'm going to go to the next one, which is silver, and see how different that looks from the unicorn purple. Because if you was to call this unicorn purple, I mean, I guess, yeah, it's sparkly, but it doesn't look purple to me. It looks a little pink to me. And silver just looks silver. It has some sparkles in it. Silver has sparkles in it also, which is very unique because I haven't seen any colors like this before in other sets. Look at that gold. I mean, that's a gold. Oh my God, I'm in love with this gold. It's a metallic almost. So I guess these are the metallic colors almost. And oh my God, that gold is so sparkly. Like, look at, look at that gold. You can't really see it. I wonder if you can really see it on camera, if you can see the sparkles in that gold. See? See how it sparkles if I twinkle it like that? That is a unique gold. I've never seen a gold look like that. It has like some specks of silver in it. So I'm guessing these are the metallic colors at the end. And this is copper. So now I see why this Arteza set is so popular among beginner colorists and among colors as a budget pencil, because the names alone just crack me up, first off. And then the colors are just unique as ever. So I'm going to go to the next one, which is Dreamy Blue. And it's like a metallic. It has sparkles in it also. Oh my God, that's so pretty. Oh my God, I can't wait to use this blue in a color palette. Can you guys see that sparkle in there? I mean, I'm just amazed that these are budget pencils and that it sparkles like that. I don't know if you can see the sparkle in that page, in that blue. Let me try to lift it up a little bit so you can see it. Like, wow. Yeah, the camera is just not doing it justice. There it is. Now you can see a little how it sparkles, how it has glitter in it. But the camera is not doing those colors justice at all. It has so much sparkle to it. It looks almost like a gel pen, and it's a pencil. That's what's so unique about it. It's a pencil, but it looks like a gel pen. So let me go to the next one, which is chartreuse. And I guess these are the, I want to say, neon colors. And it's really creamy. I mean, you don't get as much wax bloom as you do in the Prismas. The Prismas gives you a lot of wax bloom and they're really crumbly. So this pencil is a much harder pencil than Prismas, but it's still soft at the same time, if you get what I'm trying to say. It's not as soft as Prismacolors, but they're still creamy. And this is Pink Macaroni. See what I mean about the names? Pink Macaroni. Huh. Never seen pink macaroni before, but okay. And then I have Peony Pink. And this is what I mean by this is not in a color family. I'm definitely going to rearrange these colors to be in a color family because this has jumped all over the place. And I think this is the way that Arteza has it. I just, they give you a little sheet inside of the pencils with the pencil names on it, and I just copy down the pencil names into my swatch book. I should have just put them in order, in my own order like I usually do, and that's what I'm going to do for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and put them in family order because I'm not liking this order at all. This is Earth Red, and this is my last one. But it should go from yellows to greens, or yellows to oranges to greens to reds to pinks to purples. That's how it should go. And then black and gray should be at the end, not pink. But that is these colors. That is the Arteza color swatched in the book, and that's 120 pencils we just swatched. And all I want to say is these colors like have amazed me, but also I want to talk a little more about the importance of swatching and why. Because if you notice, when we looked at Storm Gray, the barrel of the pencil does not look like that. The barrel of the pencil in Dreamy Blue does not look like that. And you would never know that some of these colors look the way they look by looking at the barrel of the pencil. So that's why it's so important to swatch. I mean, look at the unicorn purple. It doesn't look nothing like that barrel looked it. The barrel on the pencil looked it. So let's compare. Basically, if I got out the Dreamy Blue and the unicorn purple, this is the unicorn purple barrel. So yeah, it's a little sparkly and it looks purple, but when you look at the sheet, it doesn't look purple really. It has pink flecks in it. And it's glittery. And the Dreamy Blue looks nothing. The Dreamy Blue is just in a blue barrel like this, but the Dreamy Blue is really sparkly. It doesn't have any sparkles in the barrel of the pencil. And that's why it's so important to swatch your colors and try to see get the true color of what they actually look like. So I think that is going to be it. Another unique color that I thought, another unique name and color that I thought was on here was Basil Green. I've never seen something say Basil Green. The mint green is really pretty. The spearmint green is really pretty. Oh, and this one's called Robin Egg Blue, which is really pretty. So yes, they have some really great names and colors. And so let me zoom out a little so you guys can see. And they have one that's a flamingo pink. I really like that one too. That one's really pretty. And a fruit punch. So yeah, they have really great colors in this set. Wine red and the eggplant purple is really pretty. So this is the reason why I swatch my colors, so that I can see what the true outcome is. And if I would have swatched my colors earlier, I would have known that I'm missing two colors. I'm missing fluorescent yellow, and I'm also missing earth red. My set did not have those two in there. So I would have been able to be alerted and know to notify the company or notify Amazon where I got them from and say, hey, I'm missing two pencils. But now I think it might be a little late. I don't know. I'm going to try it anyway just to see if I actually can get them, or I might be able to get them in open stock. But I'm not sure if Arteza is sold in open stock because it's a budget pencil. But that is going to be the end of my swatching video. And like I said, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a colorful day. Bye.